We, the people, have come here today to honor those individuals who mirror those ideals held near to thousands of military families who worry about their sons and daughters, their husbands and wives, their mothers and fathers, and sisters and brothers, and aunts and uncles, and cousins, and grandmas and grandpas, and grandsons and granddaughters who are stationed in Iraq, where over 3,100 U.S. soldiers have died. Iraq, where over 650,000 Iraqi civilians have died. And for what? Why? These military families are speaking out. It's our plea. The military families speak out, plea. Support our troops. Those U.S. soldiers are our family members. Bring them home now, not tomorrow, not 3 months from now, and certainly not in 2008. Now, our plea to take care of our troops, our family members when they get home, to not cut funding for veterans' benefits, but to take care of veterans, our family members who are returning from this illegal war with both physical and mental disabilities. I would like now to introduce to you our Masters of Ceremony for Oscar for Peace, Michelle Kearney, an active member of Military Families Speak Out. Thank you.
The reason we're here today is to honor and recognize those in our community that have managed to do the right thing. Most of the time, the right thing is not necessarily popular, fun, or convenient. The people that we are presenting today have gone above and shown that they are for peace. And on behalf of Military Families Speak Out, we want to make sure that everyone in the community knows that the Oscar for Peace is dedicated to those who stand up and have the courage to have their voices heard, even when it's costly. In appreciation, Military Families Speak Out, we salute the following men and women for the Oscars for Peace. Today I was asked to be Master of Ceremonies. Maybe some of you might ask what qualifies me to stand up here today in front of you. I have 2 family members currently in Afghanistan. Unfortunately, the mainstream media has forgotten those in Afghanistan, nor do they even give credit to the fallen heroes that are in Iraq and across the world. We're hoping today that this will be the first, absolutely the last, Oscar for Peace. With your help, we can stop this war. Everyone, contact your congressman, your rep, your neighbor, your friend, your church member. Contact anyone to make sure that our pleas are heard.
Let us have our prayer of invocation. O God of many names, we gather to give thanks and recognition to those who find creative and powerful ways to express the sanctity of life and the crying need for a world of justice and peace. They and we call for a world without the savagery of war and the cruelties of poverty and oppression. And now may the people say, Amen.
Amen.
I'm a father of Sergeant Ryan Kahlor. He's been with the military since since November of 2002. He's spent over 24 months in combat in Iraq. He just recently got home. Right now, he just spent 4 days in the hospital after he got back to being checked for trauma injuries, brain trauma injuries, depression, skin rashes. His ears have been running for a whole year that he was in Iraq. He was there in April 2004 after they'd been there a year. He's with 1st Armored Division out of Baumholder, Germany. George W. Bush decided to extend their tour of duty, and he went on vacation right after he did that. They extended him 120 days, and then these soldiers were ready to come home. They They had all their gear packed and everything. Their families were ready to welcome them home and everything, and then he extended it to 120 days. And then after he came home, and then he went back in January of 2006, he got over there, and they didn't have all their military equipment, all their body armor or night vision. And I contacted over 30 members of the Armed Services Committee to ask them what they were going to do about it. And matter of fact, one of the Armed Services Committee members' staff told me, well, we're attending the funerals. What else do you want us to do? And so then this tour duty, he also got extended it also this time.
What does he feel about the war right now?
He thinks we shouldn't be there. He feels that how can you bring democracy to a country when you're not even practicing democracy over there? I tell about one story where the U.S. military were going to blow up. They blew up 4 buildings that were full of insurgents. By the time they got there and went through the red tape to actually to blow up the buildings, the insurgents were gone. And so there was he had gone in to do a sweep with his unit, and he found the mother holding her 2 children in her arms, and they were all dead. And he told me, he goes, Dad, how can you bring democracy to a country when this is what they're seeing? Yeah, he started changing his mind after his first tour. When he was first there, I mean, he's a soldier first, believe me. He's there for the guys next to him, his buddies and everything. And but when he was there the first time, he felt like something was coming out of it. They were interacting with the people, and there's a lot of good things. And then it all changed towards the end of that tour. And then when he went back this time, from the very beginning, he saw nothing good coming out of it. It basically, what I feel like and what I've seen happen is that we've created a training ground for the insurgents. Their weapons are getting better. From 2003 to 2007, their weapons are better, their IEDs are better, everything. Their snipers are better trained. Everything about this has turned into basically the Bush administration has created this training ground. So he says that we're trying to stop terrorism, but we're training more terrorists for them. And he was just so upset. He said, nothing's good's coming out of this war. We don't know what we're here for. And he said, Dad, keep fighting to bring the troops home. Oh yeah, totally. He says, you know, when people say, they'll come up to me and they'll say, your son's over there fighting to give you the right to sit here and protest. Even though that's BS. My son always says, if that's the case, then it's an insult to tell my parents that they can't voice their opinion about this war.